it's your boy Big J, Jason Meyer here at HealthyU, here to talk about the back squat today. We're going to keep it nice and simple. We're just going to talk about for the average person. We may have to make adjustments for an individual here and there. So if this does not work for you, if it doesn't feel right, contact us and we can make the adjustments necessary. So for the normal person, we start with the feet because force always comes from the ground. Put your hands on your hips. Take a peek over top of your hands, and your hands should be intersecting the inside of your feet on both sides. If you get to there, leave your heels where they are, turn your toes out slightly. That's going to open up your hips and make sure we can get nice and low. That's your foot setup. We can play with it a little bit, but that's for the average person. As far as your hands, have your hands just outside of your shoulders and lean into the bar with it. You can have your thumbs underneath of the bar, you can have your thumbs over the top. I personally prefer to have the thumbs over top of the bar because it doesn't allow my back to get lazy. So when we talk about putting the bar on our backs, we want to make sure first and foremost that the bar is not on our neck. If you pull your shoulders back and up a little bit, you're going to create a little bit of a shelf. We don't want to be right on top of the shelf because then that bar is going to roll onto our neck when we lower our body to the ground. So we want to be right on the back of that shelf. Then we want to pinch our elbows back and up. That's going to keep our upper back nice and tight, nice and solid. So get our hands set, get underneath of the bar, feet set, lift the elbows up, and when you lift the elbows up, the bar should almost come off the rack by itself. Alright, so before we start moving the bar, we always want to focus on our breath. Our breath is going to help stabilize our body and give us the energy we need. So, we want to make sure we're pulling our belly button to our spine and we're squeezing everything as tight as we can. As far as breathing, we want to take a nice deep breath in right before we go down and push the air out on the way back up. You should hear yourself breathe when you're actually moving the bar. When we're moving the bar, we do not want our first movement to be straight to the ground. We want to pop the butt back because that's going to put tension on our hamstrings. Tight tension on our hamstrings is going to keep our back safe and our knees safe. So pop the butt back. Make sure our knees stay over top of our feet. They should not be caving in. They should not be rocking out. Keep them right over top of our feet as we're going down. Drive the hips straight back up on the way up. Get your hands set. Elbows back. Belly button tight, lift off. Pop the butt back, keep the knees over the feet, make sure our hip crease gets down to parallel. Butt back, knees over the feet, hip crease to parallel. Alright, so a real quick review. When we're setting up our feet, use your hand check. Put your hands on your hips, look over the top of your hands, and your hands should be on the inside of your feet. Turn your toes out just a little bit to open up your hips. Our hands should be just outside of our shoulders. Make sure we're getting a nice, good shelf. Take those elbows back, pinch them in. I prefer to have my thumbs over top of the bar, but if that's too uncomfortable and that's too difficult, put your thumbs underneath of the bar. When we're moving, we want to focus on the breath. Pull that belly button tight. Nice deep breath in to save our back. Push the air out on the way back up. As far as the movement, we want to pop our butt back to put tension on the hamstrings. Keep our knees over top of our feet and make sure we're driving with our hips on the way back up. As always, if you have any questions about the squat or any other movements, if you need slight variations, feel free to contact us at HealthyU so that we can put you on the right track to lifelong health. Until next time, have fun squatting.